I would go as far to say this is a perfect figure. Perfect figure at under 9,000 yen. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. Welcome to my studio. Today I have a scale figure review, my third one by Animester. My first two, back then, just more than a month ago, JK Bunny and also Disciplinary Committee member, both were original art characters. I had really nice things to say about them, especially at that massive 1/6 scale, almost 27 centimeters tall. They were about 7,000 yen each, which was really affordable, yet the quality is not too bad, really, right? Here is my third one over here, and you know what's the funny thing? I just assumed that I was buying another original character figure. I just liked the character design so much, I bought it without much of a second thought, only to realize that this is Florence from Neural Cloud, which I heard is a spin-off of Girls Frontline. I wasn't aware I was buying a Neural Cloud figure. But that makes it even better because, I fell in love with Fat Company's Florence figure. But unfortunately, that one goes for almost 30,000 yen and it is an Ami exclusive. This one is quite a bit smaller than those two figures I reviewed earlier. This feels like a 1/7 scale, but that is fine. And at this scale, she goes for 8,700 yen. Internationally, in China, it is closer to 300 Chinese yuan. I did not do the math on the conversion, but I think the 300 yen is not even close to 8,000 yen. It is a tad bit cheaper. But still, a figure like this for just under 9,000 yen is still an absolute bargain no matter how you look at it. Now, the unboxing process was simple. Take the figure out from the box and then you plug the figure into the base and that is it. You won't have anything else to put together. And the connection between the foot peg and the base is solid. Not too tight, neither it is too loose. So the fitting is very nice. I like it a lot. Back in my figure haul video a week ago, some of you commented how this figure appears to be very wobbly and very unstable because the figure appears to wobble quite a bit. That is mostly an illusion and due to her very small base over here, which I believe most of you will prefer because if this figure had a giant base like this, some of you will definitely be complaining, this figure is wasting too much unnecessary space. I don't have a lot of space on my shelf. Space is very precious for most figure collectors. So as a result of a very hollow and lightweight base that is small in surface area, of course this thing is going to be top heavy, and as you can see, it doesn't take much to knock over the figure, but I don't see it as an issue because this is a PVC figure. So even if you were to knock over the figure, fall over like that, I doubt that you'll break anything, but be careful of this ahoge on top regardless, right? If this was resin, just from pressing on this hair strand over here, putting some pressure and it would snap off clean. It would just break like that. So don't worry about the lack of stability of this figure. I couldn't say the same with Konata's 1/4 scale by Bear Panda. I couldn't say the same for that because that is a huge and heavy figure and that was seriously wobbly and it doesn't feel safe. But this is a small and lightweight figure. Even if you knock it over, I doubt that you would break anything. So this is mostly a non-issue for the case of this specific figure over here. Now moving on to the paintwork, the sculpting and everything you need to know about this figure. This is expensive compared to my previous two Animester figure, but it is also better, both in sculpt and in paintwork. Like, you could really see it with your own eyes in all of the macro videos I'm showing you guys right now. Look at the face expression, the heavy makeup, the eyeshadows around her eyes. Everything, including that peel around her tongue. Hopefully she's not taking drugs and that is chocolate because this is supposed to be called Valentine version. The paintwork is really precise for a very small part. And if I were to compare this figure's face to the official product pictures by Animester, this is almost identical, 90-95% similar. And at this under 9,000 yen price point, her face gets a full 10 out of 10 score from me. I am very pleased, very happy. So my opinion of Animester just went up by several notches further after reviewing those two figures and now the third one over here. Yeah, I skipped past that succubus figure because I'm not too interested in that one. I went for this figure simply because of the detail level in her face, the makeup and everything, not knowing that this is Florence, but now that I know this is a character from New World Cloud, I like her even more, right? Now, if we move down to the torso, the body, her outfit, we are dealing with something a lot simpler, not too detailed, but at the same time, I could not find any flaws at all with the sculpting, the paintwork as well. The paintwork on this figure is clean. On her outfit, like her sleeves over here, right, you can see some shading. It is there, right? Just not as heavy as some other figures. And at this price point, I would be very content with what I get over here. I mean, Kotobukiya does not even shade their figures. Those Art FX series that cost double of this, yeah, around 15,000 yen, and Kotobukiya don't really shade those figures, many of them. And as for the paintwork on the hair over here, right, the shading and everything, I would say there is a mild amount of shading. Like, you can tell the center over here is brighter blue, and then near the edges, the blue becomes gradually darker. It is there, so I'm really happy. Yeah, with the paintwork, no flaws, no scratches, no paint transfer, none of that sort. And more shading around her stockings over here. You can see dark to very dark to dark brown and so on. If there is one part where I think Animester cut cost to keep the figure at a lower price, a very smart way of cutting cost actually, it is the finishing, the coating on the paintwork of this figure. Now, this is something I can't show you on screen because you'll feel it by touching it. And when I run my finger across the surface of a twin tail over here, yeah, the surface does not feel as smooth as more expensive scale figures by Alter, for example. If you buy an Alter figure, if you have purchased one before, even the cheaper ones that cost less than 20,000 yen, pay attention when you touch the surface of the figure, especially the skin area over here, for example. There is this very unique soft touch feel. It feels like touching real human skin. And that is absent in a lot of the cheaper figures, this one included. If I were to look with my own eyes on the surface of the figure directly, it doesn't look rough. It looks perfectly well finished. But when you touch it, it is just not as nice to the touch compared to more expensive scale figures. This is likely where they cut cost. And that is a smart way to keep the price of the figure down actually. I would go as far to say this is a perfect figure. Perfect figure at under 9,000 yen. Only one single flaw, the lack of stability due to a small base, not because of quality issues. So go and buy one if she comes in stock later. Now, this figure came out in late May or early June in China, and I don't know if it is already out in Japan. According to some people on Reddit, it is not yet out, but very soon, right? So get yourself one while you can after release, and if you found this video to be helpful or informative, please give this video a like. Please do subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week, and until then, I will see you guys again very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.